Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the November Director's Vlog. Andrew Haldenby, Director of Reform here. I think what we're now seeing is the sort of catching up in policy of all of the domestic policy issues that have been somewhat postponed because of the EU referendum and are now coming back in a great rush, and this makes this an absolutely brilliant time for our work. The tone, I think, was said very well in a speech by Ben Gummer, the Minister for the Cabinet Office, in a speech for us about 3 weeks ago. He said that Brexit was a wake-up call to government. Why was that? Because it was an absolute rejection of a style of government that is remote, distant, out of touch, uncaring, unresponsive. He wanted to replace that approach completely with, to use his phrase, government at your service. And I think that's where we now are. I think that the new administration has interpreted Brexit in that way and is likely to want to push on with the reform of the public sector for that reason, and I think that's a really very good thing. I think there was perhaps a little question about where the new administration would go, and all signs are that it's going in the right direction. In our work, we'll hear from Liz Truss, the Secretary of State for Justice, later this week with her proposals for prisons reform. We will hear from Damien Green, Secretary of State Work and Pensions, in 2 weeks' time on welfare reform. We will hear from the Prisons Minister, Sam Gyimah, later this month. So there's a wonderful sense that the kind of reform energy, if you like, in government, which has been pent up in the weeks after the referendum, is now being released. And as I say, I think this is a very strong period, exciting period, and should be a very strong period for our work here. On our research side, we're continuing our deep analysis of value for money and productivity in the public sector. Our next research paper on schools' value for money, looking at how all state schools use their resources and proposing ideas for the better use of that resources, which I think is really breaking some new ground. So I'm very excited and proud about that. So you can probably sense, it's a great time. I think after the party conferences, as I say, the domestic policy agenda and the focus on reform has come back very strongly. We will have a very strong programme of events going through now to Christmas. I really look forward to seeing our supporters at those events, and again, as always, I will say how grateful I am for your committed support.